The Best 96.3, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano with your news for today, October 24th, 2011. The school district's bilingual department may be in the midst of challenging times after their performance-based monitoring analysis system showed signs of trouble for high schoolers. The Performance-Based Monitoring Analysis System, or PBMAS, is an automated data system that reports annually on the performance of school districts' program areas, which includes bilingual education. The Texas Education Agency requires English as a second language students, or ESL, to pass the TAKS test with a certain percentage. For writing, reading, and social studies, the state passing rate is 70%. For science, it's 60%, and for math, the state passing rate is 65%. The Texas Education Agency, or TEA, has continuously raised state standards for 5 years in a row now, with some standards raising over 23 points. With the rise in state standards, the number of students the bilingual department has been testing has also gone up substantially. In 2006, only 142 ESL students were testing in English, and this past year, the number of students rose to 340. Dr. Sally Zuniga Barrera, director of the bilingual department, embraced these numbers.
We're really proud of that. And it's not me, it's the teachers and the principals, but we're very, very proud of that because we've almost tripled our numbers of the kids taking their TAKS test in English.
Now here is where things get tricky. Although the number for students testing in English is at an all-time high, the passing rate for those students is dramatically dropping. School board member Dr. Keys also noticed this trend.
I see a phenomenon. It's a very similar trend happening in our district. It's happening nationwide.
One reason for this issue may have to do with TEA continuously raising standards. Another issue, cited by an ESL strategist, says students are not given ample time to learn English at the academic level needed in order to perform successfully on the TAKS test. At elementary levels, students are allowed 3 years to gain a proficiency level that will enable them to pass the TAKS test. But for secondary students, which includes high school, it is quite the opposite. They are only allowed 1 year. So one has to ask, with this phenomenon happening all across Texas, is the state being fair to those whose first language is Spanish? And if so, how can teachers and administrators help the students? Every day we hear something new pertaining to border violence. We hear about drug cartels wreaking havoc across Mexico, and we continuously hear U.S. politicians calling border cities war zones. But looking at the government's own statistics concerning violence against border agents shows quite the contrary. According to reports, statistics released by U.S. Customs and Border Protection show that assaults against border agents decreased by 13% last year. The statistics, taken from 3 years' worth of border stat violence reports, show the number of incidents, including shooting, vehicle, and physical assaults, declined over 1,400 incidents in 2009 to just over 1,200 in 2010. In the last 5 years, $400 million has been spent on border security, and the number of Border Patrol agents has doubled to more than 20,000. Many would say this is one of the main contributing factors to the decrease of violence on border agents. But this doesn't mean the border isn't dangerous. Statistics show that the number of deaths at the hand of border agents against civilians increased by 150% last year. You can catch us every weekday with your up-to-date, up-to-the-minute local news. Follow us on Twitter, KTDR-FM, or on our webpage, thebestktdr.com. With your radio news, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano.